support in a trying time.
Yeah, they were banging on each other's doors here in these stricken neighborhoods just as soon as the funnel cloud passed. And they've been pitching in with the cleanup. And you can see here it is just a mess. But as people here plow forward with the cleanup, everyone is processing just what they've lived through. This is 2-year-old Harrison Wilson surveying his toppled swing set in a devastated yard. 2 days ago, he huddled in the basement with his mother as a tornado roared over them.
Well, it was the loudest sound you could even imagine. Our ears were popping and we could hear things outside. We weren't sure what was happening because we just heard crashing and banging. And
as we spoke to his mother, little Harrison needed to talk about it too, perhaps his way of processing.
And I want to tell you one more time. Someone was screaming and someone was banging and someone was crashing and someone got puffy ears.
Yes, your ears were.
And then a 2-year-old's reassurance.
But that was just the wind.
It was just the wind.
Just the wind. Up the hill at Southbridge Airport, that wind flipped a dozen planes and blew parts of hangars across town.
You don't really grasp the intensity of one of those storms until you see something like this.
This is what Dan Butler saw with his own eyes. He recorded the funnel approaching his house. This is a guy who moved north after being hit by 2 hurricanes in Florida.
I've done all the cleanup before and all. It's just emotionally, I can't do it anymore.
And he moves here because his family reminded him that up north we just have snowstorms. So now this. So I want to bring you back to that image of that little boy, little Harrison Wilson. When we saw him, he was walking around his yard. You might have noticed he had a stick in his hand. At one point he turned to me, held the stick up very determinedly and said that he was going to put a tree back together. If only it were that easy. Jack.
Mrs. Lisa, that was a great story of a sweet little boy. It was just the wind. Well, she escaped a war zone and then wound up in the path of a tornado. Still to come at 6 o'clock.